I am here with someone who is very knowledgeable about Carriacou on a whole. And one of the most unique aspects of Carriacou, unique culture, unique traditions in Carriacou is Shakespeare Mass. Good afternoon to you, my big cousin.
Yeah, good afternoon.
How are
I
you?
don't know how good it is with you, but with me,
You're
I
there.
think I'm fit fine.
You're, you're fine and dandy.
Good so far. Thank God I have life and I have strength, I have health,
That's what you need.
and that's survival.
Of course, of course.
Thank God
So,
for that again.
I am here today to speak to you about Shakespeare Mass. I know you're everything in one. You're a historian, you're cultural, you're everything. But today I want us to speak about Shakespeare Mass, the history and everything like that. So firstly, let me ask you, what's your name?
I just remember.
You're the
I
Rasta
love
man.
man to say I'm historical or whatever. And I don't see myself as that. As a person, I just like to exchange things or exchange knowledge. So the knowledge that I have, I pass it on.
Ah,
In
lovely.
other words, I'm like the vessel. I'm not responsible for the cargo when I land it.
You sort it out.
The thing about it, you read a lot, it seems.
Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but I do some reading.
Okay.
Because how much is a lot? That's
Yeah,
it.
how do you weigh a lot?
This is what I'm saying. So you don't let me say I'm doing a lot. But I do
You know
quite
what
a
you're
amount.
supposed to do.
That's like if I in here, the rain falling and I can't go out in the field to do my work, I pick up a book. That's why I just keep so I put some books down here as well.
Well, look.
You know,
I-
after I come and then I take in a 5 from the garden. While I take in a 5, I take up a book.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
It's either the Bible or a history book. That's all I just deal with.
Nice.
Black history.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
All right, so can you tell us? I've been trying to do some research on Shakespeare Mass. Do you know how Shakespeare Mass came about? Where it started from?
Well, I may not able to tell you exactly where it really started from and when it started because I really never think about doing a research about when it started and it started because at the time I get into it. I didn't think about thinking about them things because we was youthful, that was youthful time.
Right.
And then up to now I never even think about doing the follow-up, which maybe only take 10 minutes because of the modern technology to trace them things, but I never take time off to see when it started and it started.
So, what is your earliest memory of it? What you remember?
Well, if I tell you, Shakespeare, I think I can even tell you exactly what time. Because from my eye clean, Shakespeare in the village, when carnival time. Like let we say from after Christmas, every night in the junction, you hear mass speech. Like you see where they are in Dumfries here now, man might be behind the cattle out there, carnival time coming up, you hear a man cracking mass speech out there. You might hear next man cracking mass speech in the night. Like if it's 10, 20 of us, everybody speaking mass. So you're learning the speeches before you ever see a book. That's why you see plenty people who cannot read know quite a lot of speech because they pick it up from
Hearing it.
hearing it.
Right. Right.
And that is a thing that deteriorates so that the kind of the Shakespeare itself falling away.
Fall back a bit.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yeah.
not practicing.
Yeah,
it from
because
the
that
school.
thing we used to be constantly portraying within ourselves before we bring it in the big yard.
Right.
And
Right.
within them time, we know who we selecting as first king, second king, and peacemaker.
Right.
And even now, when they're playing Shakespeare, when I look at it, even the king or the peacemaker or whoever doesn't know the ruler. Every man had a rule in Shakespeare.
So, what is the role of the peacemaker?
Now the peacemaker is the first mass coming out,
Of course.
right? So he make peace within the mass at all times.
Times.
Now you see when people jumping in between mass and trying to part mass, nobody no have right to do that. In which time when mass, people couldn't do that. The peacemaker is to make sure you have in walk around, you make sure you have enough space around for the mass to patrol the mass. And anytime you know when this mass getting angry, he get between and put peace.
So,
That is
that's
why
not the
we
role
call
of the backer?
Baka is when you're dealing with like
Sure.
your opposition.
Yeah.
Like before, they used to have what you call Banrai and Hero.
Right.
So the when they meet in the tongue, they used to clash.
Mm-hmm.
So the women back, Banrai women back in Banrai
Banrai.
man.
Uh-huh.
Hero woman back in Hero woman.
Okay, so there's no, what the person who dresses the mask then.
Well, he's not a special person dressing the mask, you know. But yes, he have way of tying up the, especially the crown, that he wouldn't just fall
Follow.
out easily.
Right.
And plenty of them now don't even understand how to do it because they used to carry a face.
Mm-hmm.
Or you does carry a face.
Mm-hmm.
Now, plenty of them let us put the face and then put the crown. You're supposed to put the crown first. And then you tie the face on the crown.
So that holds.
Sometimes you could always take out your face and have a drink of water.
Mhm.
You could take out your face and do whatever. Sometimes you lose the top string of your face and the bottom one tied and you hang down and your face exposed.
Mhm.
And your crown, everything well fixed to you.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you put the crown for the face first, you have to lose the crown to get out the face.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the role of the first king and second king?
Well, the first king is to declare, whoever you might call it, the battalion, when we get to the opposition. So the king is the speakman.
So not really the peacemaker.
No. The peacemaker is only to make peace.
Okay.
The king now, any mass cannot answer certain question or this, the king is the man who is supposed to
He will deal with you.
deal with you. The king, when the king meet with this king, is
Is who know more speech, of course.
Okay, so the king is the one that has to know all the speeches, plenty speeches.
Yes, because if you don't know what speech, you can be king. Because you can take care of us, you can speak for we.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Of course.
And the second
And the
king.
second king
Mhm.
is like, he represents the king.
Yeah. So if the
So
king
like
were
He
to,
helped the king.
he helped the king.
Support the king.
Right.
Deputy, in other words. The second king is the deputy to the first king.
So do you know how these roles came about? The king and the second king, peacemaker, how these roles came about? What caused it?
Well, I never question it, but to myself, when I look at the thing,
Your
in
understanding.
every such going ahead thing, you must have some rules and regulation.
And somebody to
And
govern
especially
them.
something like Shakespeare,
Mhm.
it could be deadly.
Yeah.
Because certain speech hurtful.
Yes.
And most man, in before you go and play your mass, you just drink your rum.
Mhm.
Because some man, they had a shame face.
Yeah.
And when they drink their
You're
rum,
wrong, that when they could talk.
that is when they could speak. So they take their little drink. And before, when we time, the morning before mass, you drink your echo, we make a special whatever.
Eggnog and
Eggnog or
yes.
what. And it was all local.
Okay.
Yeah, lovely.
And we drink with him,
Nice.
and we get together, and we go and we
So
start
you
playing
used to play
mass.
mass?
I will, if I used to play mass, I am a mass.
So-
You cannot not me,
So when
Shakespeare, I
you
don't know.
play mass, you used to have the crown and the carter and everything like that?
When you a mass have to have everything, when you
Right.
dress, you have to be fully dressed
About
with,
how long ago
with your
was
long
that?
petticoat. Well, I've been playing mass, I think I think it's 70,
In the 70s.
from 1970, I think,
Okay.
or 69 somewhere there.
Okay. And
And-
so at that time it was called Shakespeare Mass?
Yeah.
Because somebody told me about
Well-
history mass.
Well, that's history mass. The same Shakespeare mass is the history mass
And-
because
and
you're
tell me-
relating the history of the Shakespeare.
So what made the change from history to Shakespeare? Why is it called Shakespeare Mass now instead of history mass?
Will tell you the truth. The history mass and the Shakespeare mass, it come to me like the same because it's Shakespeare, the history of the Shakespeare.
Okay.
You're relating the history.
Okay.
The Shakespeare is the author,
Ah.
the book.
Oh,
the-
so,
if you-
so history and Shakespeare.
So in
big
other
difference.
words, when you say Shakespeare, you're supposed to Shakespeare with an apostrophe
Okay.
to make them a difference to let you know. It's not the person himself, but it's the person's
The character.
character.
Right. And the history was
And
the
the-
kings of
right.
long ago.
Yeah.
Right, right. So that's where the evolvement came from history into Shakespeare, because William Shakespeare, who Julius Caesar wrote the book. No,
William
Because
Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare wrote the book,
Yes.
Julius Caesar. So that's the involvement there.
All
Okay.
the Julius Caesar, Cassius, all they are the patriarchs.
Patriarchs of Shakespeare. Right. Lovely.
Do you do you have you ever heard the term Perat Grenade or Perat Mass?
When I little growing up, so we used to call it Peromas.
Peromas.
Okay.
Yeah, so we used to call it. That's
So-
home. That's home.
So listen, the Pero Mass and Shakespeare Mass, is it the same? You wear the same uniform, the
the
same.
Peromas is the Shakespeare mass. The thing is,
Mhm.
Pero don't walk.
They fly.
Pero
Exactly.
jump. When you play this mass, you behave like a Pero.
You jump.
So
Mhm.
so
So
long ago
that's where
people
you
used to
get the
play
name
the Pero
Pero
Mass.
What is the Pero mass we playing up to now? It's the same thing.
Because I've been hearing it. It is similar but different. It is.
The Pero mass I know and I clean and know and call Pero mass. It's the same mass that exists now.
So the Pero Mass used to dress with the crown too?
The Pero mass is the same Shakespeare mass.
But patois.
But I am hearing Pero Mass. That's where the Shortney Mass, which is similar to the Shakespeare Mass, that's where it stemmed from. So Shortney Mass stemmed from Pero, Shakespeare stemmed from Pero.
Right. It could have been something before that or what we make we calling it Pero. But from I know it, because of the behavior of the mass and the
Because you
behavior of a
jumping on it.
Pero,
Crazy,
we
crazy.
call
Yeah.
it Pero mass.
Okay.
So
But
the
it's the
name
same thing.
Pero Mass, History Mass,
Yeah.
Shakespeare Mass, it's the same mass.
All right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Because I
lovely.
was going to tell you the same Pero mass, you know.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
used to one time call it, we just call it Pero mass.
Mhm.
Okay.
Because sometimes you see a person the way they walk, we used to call him Pero. I know one of my man we grew up with, we call him Pero because how we was
Oh,
raised.
you're
to
right.
die.
Aye. Right.
You remember I told you they used to call me Pero?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
Lovely.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Now we
So
clear
do
that
you
up.
know? Do you know how long ago this Pero Mass or the Shakespeare Mass been existing? Oh, you said you didn't know where
I
it came
never
from.
do a study of that. But I tell you that
Uncle Prince,
I
he
think
used
that
to play mass.
you see that Shakespeare mass?
Mhm.
It come from emancipation time.
Yeah. Okay.
All that is a part of
Of the plantation era.
in other words, giving whatever celebration to freedom.
Right.
And that is some of the patry
Okay.
used to be. Because the February month really is not the original month for carnival. It's
August. Yeah.
Linked to
Emancipation.
emancipation.
Right.
But we own in
In
February.
February, March.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Grenada Carnival was in February, same thing with Rion.
Yes, I heard so.
Yes, we changed in the revolutionary time. And we decided we're not going to change the carnival. That's how we carnival remain. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so I think we got the history. You remember? Okay, you grew up in Montreal community.
Yeah.
You remember what you all used to do leaving Montreal on a Shakespeare morning? Where you all used to go?
Well, from Shakespeare morning, first thing you get up in the morning, all your skin scratching you. You go, you look after your cattle, you spew mass, pitch your pelt in there, and then cattle. You done your donkey back coming up, you spew mass, pitch your pelt in, you get home. If you have to bed your skin, you get ready, you can't even take your breakfast because your skin scratching you.
Thank you.
Well, you're on Carnival Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody paper like wrong. And sometimes 5 of us paper we wrong same place. 4 of us paper we wrong together and we full we wrong. And Carnival Sunday, you try to mash up. Like in Monroe.
Wait,
Yeah.
Sunday you paper the crown?
Yeah.
Right, and then you try.
When
Who
you're
used
done-
to sew for your Millicent?
Well, Millicent, so for me, only once I'll see There's a girl called Elsie Duncan. Build me my shot, but all my shot I play mass with Millicent.
Someone said that when Millicent couldn't make the shots anymore because I guess of age, then she showed Elsie how to do
No,
it.
Elsie was making shot long before Millicent out retired because Elsie saw my last shot for me.
Okay.
And when Elsie saw my last shot, Millicent was strong swing. Millicent was my shot genius.
Huh.
Because she at times see the old time and beauty, so she remained with them, and there must people like they're gifted for the machine. All of them so on. Elsie is Millicent Miss.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because as far as I hear, all of them say Elsie never went and learned sewing, she just picked it up.
Pick it up, all right.
Okay. Right. So you get up, you're excited. Did you all used
When
to
you
dress
finish
from
with-
home or
No,
in a
no,
camp?
no. We have a special place we used to dress.
Okay.
Now, you see Mongrel on the top of the hill where the antenna is up there?
Yeah,
My
man.
cousin Lenny.
We call it pond.
Okay.
Them times is only one house where they did it.
Mm.
And the rest was kind of pasture up to the late time.
Mm-hmm.
So we could go on one side with David, you see where David house is?
Yeah.
And see 6 foot clear because there was no bush.
Yeah.
Everywhere was clear.
Okay.
So Sunday evening after we finish paper with crown, everybody put their crown to dry up with stone on it and everything. You open up your mash shot and we go up in pond and try with mash shot. Sometimes 4-5 hours and we let go some speech in 6 road to go down 6 road.
Let it know are they ready.
We let go some to come in Mongrel. And the whole village come out. Everybody listening and
Yes.
everybody get sharp on what taking place
And
and
they're
one
ready.
do this one,
Yeah.
do that one day. And that is how you hear.
I seem to be always
Yeah.
hearing that the maskmen
You are
always
very
dress on a high
attractive.
point.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
higher. Why?
But because you wanted to display
Yeah.
the beauty of the mass
Of the hill.
from the time, and by the time you come down the hill, your blood
Everybody.
get pumping, so you're ready in the big yard to for
To do your
what?
thing.
Yeah. Because masses, as I tell you, is a warlike thing, yeah?
Mm.
Yeah.
On the battlefield.
But it's just with limit.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So you put on your pretty shirt come Tuesday morning after you're dressed in a mass camp. Put on your crown, you put on your pretty shirt. Well, not you, but someone dresses you.
Well, someone ties the crown.
Okay.
Right.
Because there's a way you're supposed to tie the crown for you to fall.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need most time, 2 person ties on the mass. Dress the mass.
Okay.
The mass put the shirt for himself, put all the thing for himself, he put the big socks, he put the petticoat, put the nice thing, beauty up himself. When come to the crown, one man stay to the back under the crown. So the crown come over him.
Yes.
And one man stay in the front
And
to
fix
regulate
with
it
the-
properly.
Nice.
So you the mass now have to say when the crown too low, bring it up some more. But you want it as low as possible.
To hold.
So you could block anything coming because by mistake whip could pass there, so that piece of crown must be to cover that. And then you come and you put the mass piece on top of that crown. So the man behind it, the man in front regulating the crown, and you go tell you when to pull. Then the mass go say, it tight enough, tie that. And then the same man behind it, tie the face from behind.
Okay.
And the last thing you take the mass, pick up he whip in hand, and from he pick up he whip in a different person.
So that used to
Nothing
happen in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
And still happens today.
Yes, it happened today, but
Nice. Nice.
it's fade away a lot. The real juice in it. And
The
even this,
excitement.
and what the thing is, the speech, the way that they say the speech now, you don't get the essence of the thing.
Because before you
Because
told a
they
story,
don't use the stops.
Yeah.
They say it like a pipe running water.
Yeah,
So you don't get the sentence in the thing.
Yes.
No, and if you read it and you don't you don't use it, it's like you don't understand what the person is saying.
So you have
But
to
if
be
you
telling a story.
understand, if you read the mass, listen to mass man in the time speak mass, then you get the essence of the scenario.
Of course.
And in the time, for you to get in the big yard, You have to know certain amount of speech.
Mm.
It's not you just come in and play mass with too little nonsense and say you come and play mass. You have to know, yeah, one time I think you have to know 5 good ones besides your little piece of
Little thing,
little
yeah.
thing there.
Yeah.
But you have to know at least 5 proper speech
Okay.
before you could come in the yard to do.
Long ago, did the women used to play Shakespeare?
Well, not really, you know, but
They used to lead the
they-
band?
yes, they were. Well, them were used to control the thing.
Someone told me the
them in the
petticoat
front
kid.
and all kind of thing.
Someone said the petticoat came
And-
aboard because the woman used to put on that petticoat and the man sit and they like it and they give it to them. You know about that?
I remember about that part of it. And
Okay.
I think I should hear about that for the time I've been into it. I'm not, it's not impossible, but the way I was in Shakespeare and the way the people I deal with within my time, I should have heard that part of it to the petticoat.
Okay.
Because most of the things, because
The
if
book?
you look at the Shakespeare,
Do you have any
some
more
of the
kids?
patriarchs
Mhm.
would dress alike
Right.
with the long coat and the.
Yes.
There is some pictures here in
Okay.
this book
With okay, with how they're supposed to
with the
dress?
patriarchs.
Okay.
So that is, I don't know
So we'll
which
get it
page or
after.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are
okay.
some pictures
Yes.
where,
Yes.
so you can see it's from the patriarchs. This
Okay.
style of dressing come from.
From, okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, I could be wrong, but what I've seen and to my own judgment,
So you dress, you go down in big road Tuesday morning. You say your thing, you do your thing. You to beat men,
plenty man,
you're beating them.
plenty man.
Because they forget the
After you-
speech.
After you all leave big road, what happens then?
Well, before time,
Mm-hmm.
when we leave Big Wood, we go straight to town.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you're speeching on the way down. You also
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah, we walking, yeah, I like me speaking from Montreal to town. I'm not stopping it mass. But later on, we grow to this relationship with 6 road man and 6 road man. So then we used to go to 6 roads.
All
And
right.
pick them
And
up.
we meet with 6 road man, we battle with them in 6 road. When we done battle with them, we become friends and we go down to town.
Listen, I heard that 6 Road used to join up with Ban Roy.
6 road was banned, right?
Right, so was it before or after they joined with Montreal?
No, that is after, man, like the other day.
Oh, so
In
the
the
other
time
day?
when they used to fight Banrai and Hero.
Uh-huh.
From
6 Road.
from 6 road go back south is
You
Banrai.
Okay,
From Montreal go back north is Hero.
okay.
So
okay.
from Tuesday morning, Banrai and Hero become like dead enemy.
So good fight.
Good fight.
Bloodshed.
Them men used to, according to me old man history, you hear it talk about, and it's every day. The men is a long time they used to have this iron pot. The men cutting out the pot bottom. We could fit on the head and tied it to boot
Boot
man.
man.
You know, so it was deadly. So all kind of thing. Because one of the all those there.
And at that time they call it Shakespeare Mass?
Yes. The same
Or
mass.
Parrot?
Or whatever name is the same mass.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 year. Well, you always had the upper hand on Banrai. As for, I didn't know, I can remember
Of course.
the
because-
victory between the Banrai and it, even had a vague to some part of it. But I always hear him.
Hero.
You
Because-
always had the upper hand on Banrai. Banrai had to run all through the all down by
Because
the
they say
airport
you used to
there.
have a lot of mass players from Montreal.
Yes. But you know, Montreal are the strongest set of man on the island. No maybe. And it's the heel, eh?
Yeah, man.
From the time you're born, that
They
heel.
climbing that hill.
Because if you look at even donkeys, Montreal are the bravest and the strongest donkey on the island.
Okay.
Because the hill, they climb the hill up and down every day.
Okay.
So they have stronger muscle. So Montreal are this. I'm not saying in the strong man in a village, you know. But all Montreal man is strong. That's what we're going to.
Right.
Yeah, and only when they get in the battlefield. And them men used to Sometimes 3 man and walk in here like you not as strong, so much of the strongest, so this man not so much as strong at a good kicker man in the center, so you holding on 2 of them shoulder to go up in the air to kick man in the stomach. And
Why? Because they couldn't say the speech?
That was that when battle start. That was the way of the sport. So whatever the thing is in the time, the thing was deadly. And Ash Wednesday morning,
They become friends.
everybody meet up in the churchyard and everybody go to church. And here they when I connect you this one day, and when this one run, and when they, and them man organ they go and they drink the rum, yeah, no division, no not about.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
it's
the
like
time.
a brother and your sister, man.
Alright.
Although the thing was deadly at the time, but they didn't, I don't know, they didn't mean it, but they just have to.
Okay.
Yeah, because Ash Wednesday man, and look how the man get
Man,
nice.
they couldn't.
And then look how the fight the day before.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank
they
you
used
very
to-
much.
They used to fight 2 times.
Okay.
They used to call it first battle and second battle. Like when they come in town at like 10 o'clock, they clash with the Boundary. When who will go down, who have to run next one up, run them up, then they go and they rest. And then maybe have a little snack or whatever. When coming to about 2 o'clock, I'll mass dress again.
And
And by the
battlefield.
market, they meet by the market square. And them time, it didn't have no picture, nothing. Pure white dust you see it. Because when I know tongue as a youth, it was only dust.
Okay.
And some bigger man tree and
Okay.
it didn't have no building like market or nothing,
Okay.
nothing. It was only a little, right on the ground there, them old people selling the 2 little blogger. And after lately they come and put the little shed.
Okay.
And maybe the other day they make it kind of bar up and lock up.
Alright.
Yeah, but when I know tongue was like any place in any village. It's just through the port of entry. Tongue.
Tongue. Alright.
All right. So thank you very much.
Yeah, well,